Have you ever looked at your life and felt like you should be further by now? Like you're trying, but something keeps holding you back? If you've ever felt stuck, exhausted, or quietly disappointed in yourself, I want you to know you're not alone. I've lived those moments too. Here, I'm going to share the story of how discipline didn't just change my life, but it changed who I am. From the days I wanted to give up, to the nights where discipline was the only thing that kept me moving forward. Discipline is a habit that quietly transforms ordinary people into someone unrecognizable and unstoppable. Give me a moment and I'll show you why discipline is the bridge between the life you have and the life you're strong enough to build. Before we begin, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the secrets that can help you live a successful life. I grew up believing my father was the strongest man in the world. Not because he had muscles, but because no matter how tired he was, no matter how early it was, he woke up before the sun to work 2 jobs. And the reason he did it wasn't just effort, but it was discipline to chase his dreams. Discipline is what gets you up even when your body says no. Discipline is showing up every day for the things that matter most, even when no one is watching, even when it's painful, even when you're afraid. Every morning before my father left, he turned on the hallway light and whispered, "So you never wake up in the dark." I didn't understand it back then. But life made sure I learned. One winter afternoon, I was at school when I received an urgent call from my uncle, telling me that my father had collapsed at work. When I saw him in the hospital hooked to machines, too weak to lift his own hand, my heart cracked in a way I can't fully describe. "Dad," I whispered, "why didn't you slow down? Why push yourself like this?" He looked at me with tired eyes, eyes that had carried too much for too long. But Dad said,
"Because we have dreams. Someone had to stay disciplined so you could chase them. It's about staying consistent for the things you care about. It's the only way you grow, the only way dreams survive."
I didn't cry in that room. I waited until I got home and broke down alone. This is the moment when life forced me to grow. Since my father couldn't work, bills piled up. Our house felt colder than ever. I was only 16, and I had a choice: give up or be disciplined. I woke up at 5 a.m., studied, worked a part-time job, came home and kept working while helping my father. I was exhausted. I cried in secret. I wanted to quit more times than I can count, but discipline became my anchor. It wasn't about motivation. It wasn't about luck. It was about showing up every single day for our dreams, for our future, for my family. Every time I passed the hallway, I turned on the light. "So you never wake up in the dark." That was my promise. That was discipline in action. Years later, I graduated with a job offer from the top employer I had once only dreamed of. Everything I had worked for, every early morning and late night, had led me to this moment. On the graduation day, my father sat in the front row smiling. After the ceremony, he hugged me and whispered, "You did it, my daughter. You saved us." I shook my head, tears running down my face. "No, you taught me how. You taught me what discipline really is, and I made it my own." After everything I went through, and seeing how discipline shaped my life, here's the lesson learned. Motivation may spark you, but discipline carries you. Discipline is the quiet force that works even when your heart is heavy. Even when the world feels unfair, even when no one is watching, it builds resilience. It shapes character. It transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Because discipline isn't about being strong every day. It's about showing up even on the days you feel weak. And when discipline becomes a habit, you become unstoppable.